of the state to take care of his young people properly. Not attempting to, but taking care of them properly, stricto sensu. You find that a lot of young people tend to look down upon their own selves. That's one. Two, you find a lot of young people doubting themselves and not being too sure about the next step they are taking, because the opportunities and the avenues that have been created or should have been created for them to be able to take their places in society and to win has not been properly provided them. So they tend to look down upon themselves. And then three, you have a situation where you have a lot of young people, because of the first point I raised, that they look down upon themselves, and then two, they doubt themselves. They have a situation where now they become so vulnerable that they become tied to the apron strings of those who may have money or influence or power or whatever it is. And there are many young people in this country who yearn for opportunities but have never had that opportunity. And yet, we get leadership at one point or the other tell the young people of this country that the future of this generation belongs to the young people. The future of this country belongs to the young people. And so then you pause and ask the question, if the future of the country belongs to the young people, why aren't young people being given the right opportunities? And I'm particularly happy that the new government led by President Mahama says that, look at the population of young people we have in this country. So I'm deciding to rope in a lot of young people. But there's a but. The but is that in most of the cases when young people have been given the opportunities, you get to find out that they either fail woefully, or they either disappoint heavily, or they either misbehave or mismanage because of youthful exuberance. Some excel, some also vanish from the scene and never come back again. So this morning, my simple message to young people, giving the preamble I have raised, is that as a young person, you must learn to put value on yourself. Because nobody else will put value on you as a young person and find you right and qualified to fill in a certain space or slot if you, first of all, have not elected to put value on yourself. And here, value is not just about classroom education. No. Value in this sense, for me, as a young person, talking to fellow young people, because I have the opportunity to stand here, not because I'm the most intelligent, is that beyond the classroom experience, there are also soft skills and employable skills, and skills that, like they say on the streets, hacks, that will endear you and make you qualified. And I always talk about the fact that Les Brown talks about the fact that be prepared for the opportunity and not have it, and to have the opportunity and not be prepared for it. A lot of young people do not know that. So they walk and wait for the opportunity, but while they wait, they do not prepare for the opportunity. So that when the opportunity arrives and they are not considered, they begin grumbling. And over the last few weeks, I've had a lot of young people come here with CVs and asking stuff. And when you start probing and asking questions, you find out that while they waited during the fallow period, there was no volunteerism, there was no mentorship programs that they took advantage of, and they just were there eating, sleeping, idle talking, and doing idle stuff. And by the time the opportunity came for them to be pushed in there, it was too late. So this morning, learn to put value on yourself. It could be in your church, it could be in some guild or association, it could be in some society that you're part of, but learn to put value on yourself, because if you do not put value on yourself, nobody will put value on you. I have met some very intelligent taxi drivers whose educations were truncated at the JSS level, not JHS, JSS level. And you listen to the depth of knowledge they have, not because they cannot speak English, the depth of knowledge that they have and the depth of experience that they have in their local dialect, and you'll be amazed. Because where I sit, by the kind mercies and grace of God, you get to interact with a lot of people. Politicians, civil society, all manner of people. You get to go places, you get to meet people. And you get to meet people sometimes holding portfolios, and you engage them and you find out that they know zilch about the roles they hold. And yet they come to the offices or they step into those roles every morning, bossing themselves around. It happens, I'm sure you know. So please, my simple message to all the young people in this country is to put value on yourself. Because if you don't put value on yourself, nobody will put value on you. And there's a raging conversation about seeming young people, energetic, seeking to serve in the national security of the Republic of Ghana. And then you also have security experts who are raising concerns about it not being a good thing. Minister for the sector, as Interior Ministry, has set up a 7-member committee. They have for 2 weeks, 3 weeks to present a report. But the question I asked this morning is, what do you need to have in order to work with the national security of the Republic of Ghana? What do you need to have? Is it about muscles? Or is it about brain power? Is it other skills? I want to understand, what do you need to have to be a national security operative? In the past, I've had cause to complain about some persons who you can clearly see that, forgive my French, but this person is daft because they have no diplomacy, they have no tact. They're just walking through and identifying themselves and announcing themselves to everybody that they are national security. Clearly, that person is a danger to himself or herself and the system in which they would work. In the past, we have had people who sell wachi, who are national security people. You know why? Because all manner of people come to them to buy wachi. And if they strike a conversation with them after having developed a relationship with the people over time, the people will be candid enough to share information, sometimes stuff going deep into their lives and into what they do. Something they wouldn't sit in front of a national security operative in an air-conditioned office in suit and tie and tell that person. No. And I say this on good authority, that I have very good friends in very high places and in very well-positioned places who have told me things in confidence and off record, which have stayed in my head, and it will go into my casket with me because they said it to me in trust and confidence. And they knew that, or they know that I would never say it, no matter how provoked or pushed I have been. No. The other day, there was a training somewhere. I was part of it. One of the facilitators saw me and told the whole crowd that, look, I told this man something many years ago. I have not heard it anywhere. I've seen him on TV, heard him on radio over and over again on the subject matter, but he has not said that, so I trust him. This is a big man in this republic. And the examples are replete. That is why people will trust me and come to me. Because no matter how you turn the issues, that portion of the information was for my edification, so that I have a certain back-end conversation, So before I leave, we clarify what is publishable and what is not publishable. And what is in the national interest and just not for in trying to cover up for somebody. No. So there are things that will stay in my head till casket. Try as you may, you will not hear me. No, it will not happen. So that is one angle of value I have been able to place on myself by the mercies and grace of God, because of the work we have done. Because you need to build the sources, cultivate them, and hold them. So that's my line of work. In your line of work, whether what you're doing now or the job you're looking for, how have you put value on yourself as a young person to be able to position yourself such that you get to wine and dine, wash your hands with elders, and yet keep your safe distance, and then you still maintain the respect? How have you done that? So your party is in power, yes? Your party is less than 3 months in power, yes? And you see, this a replica of what we saw earlier. And politicians will always fuel some of these things because they know that because you have not put value on yourself, they don't put value on you. So you will be used. And in this world, they say monkeys play by sizes. You must know your size. You cannot tell me that you have not sat in any classroom, you have not learned any strategy in security, you do not know anything about security, but you want to be the national security coordinator. There must be something wrong with you. What are you coordinating? What really are you going to coordinate? What are you going to coordinate? What are you really going to coordinate? So you must know your space. You must know your place in the scheme of things. And you must stick and brighten the corner where you are. Don't punch beyond your height. The guns say, manye manye egbiobulu. If you know you cannot and you convince everybody that you can, it will kill you. Manye manye egbiobulu. Robert Coban or Wembley Sports will tell you, Manyama fe etamo in le femo. To wait, I can do it is not the same as I know how to do it. So please, Bojidila. Now, let's talk about Galamsey. And show me how the Bui Dam looks like. The Bui Dam. It's part of the areas that provide us, one of the systems that we created as a country that provides us electricity or power, the Bui Dam. Very beautiful. Over 400 megawatts of power, I'm told. That's what it provides for us. Now, if you look at the beauty of the Bui Dam, you wouldn't have thought in any way and on any day that some people, nation wreckers, wicked people, how else? Detractors would want to put their life or endanger the very existence of the Bui Dam. You don't get it. This is what the Bui Dam looks like. And this was called from the website of the Bui Dam Authority. Or the Bui Power Authority, let me put it that way. Now show me what the Galamseyers are doing on the river. And it's a pity. Look at them. Look at what they're doing. They're right there in the heart of the portion that supplies water. The hydro power that we need, the pressure and everything that we need, where it's supposed to be feeding the dam, that's where they have found it necessary to engage in Galamsey. So when I told you in the past that there was never a fight against Galamsey, and some of you came fighting me, in spite of all the investment we had made in that space, this is what I meant. They are on the river, the river that feeds the Bui, they are on it. And the color of the water is changing. Even though water is supposed to be colorless, it's changed over time. Water is supposed to be colorless and odorless. But now this water has color and has odor. So the whole concept of fighting galamsey should not be reduced to, oh, let's gather a few military men, give them guns, policemen, and announce to the people that we are coming to chase them before we go and chase them. I say, look, these chamfans, they are not tea bread for you to, compress and put in your pocket, as we used to do in primary school. You put granite paste in there, you compress the tea bread, and you put it in your pocket and you take it to school. No. They're not like that. They're not like Auntie Mary's, tea bread. No. The owners of these things must be found. The financiers of this wicked act and evil must be found. The enablers and collaborators who have deep pockets must be found and dealt with. If you found only 10 financiers of galamsey who are able to afford excavators, chamfan, generator, pump action guns, mercury, cyanide, petrol, pay people by day, if you found only 10 of them and put them before a competent court of jurisdiction and jailed them, this nonsense will stop. If you found only 10 of them, I stood here once upon a time and told you that my program, this Johnny's Bite, will not end. You will find some jokers in the erstwhile administration. You find some jokers who will go into galamsey sites pretending to be chasing people. Look, there's a news story that was done about a year ago around the same place of how the forests around the Bui area, the extent of damage, in the heart of the forest. It is not a joke. The new minister says he is committed to working at it. The former minister says we are committed to working at it. Before then, there was another minister. Everybody says we are committed, but what levels of commitment is there? Because you see, this water you see, it will be used to prepare food for you to eat, and you will die eventually. Fishes from this water will be harvested, and then they will be, smoked and transported to you, and you will eat it in your cities and big towns, and you will die. Oh yes, you will die. This was in the erstwhile administration. Oh, this is a former minister for lands and natural resources. This video was taken then. The situation has not changed now. So you see, helicopter, we had a rifle. Yeah, we like the optics. We are not all right. I'm telling you. As a country, what is disturbing us and what is killing all of us, we are not focused. We are always interested in re-engineering the narrative and attacking people. I say, Johnny Hughes, he's talking too much. Let's send people on social media, attack him. Let's try and hack his accounts. Let's do this, let's do that. If you are not a nation wrecker, you wouldn't be thinking along those lines. I am for Ghana. I have been like this since I was at Pravda Radio, since I came to TV Africa, Viasat 1, 3FM, TV3. I have been like that since 19 Kojoho. You cannot change me. If you ask my primary school teachers, they will tell you. If you go to my church and ask them, maybe my bishop knows. If you ask my mother, they will tell you. Me, that is how I am. And I didn't borrow it. It came from my father. I'll say it straight. Ping, ping. If you like, don't give him the post. He doesn't care. But what will kill all of us, it has to be minus me. If you want it to kill you, fine, and then shut up. But if I don't want to kill it, let those of us who don't want galamsey to kill us talk. This nonsense must stop. As Dr. Lawrence Tete says, this nonsense must stop. Now let's go to the schools so that we can wrap up. I was moved to tears. And you see, in the past, I spoke about this. In the past, I spoke about this situation. When our people went there to take these shots, the teachers were scared. They said, oh, if this information gets out, the headmistress will be angry. And once the headmistress gets angry, we will be dealt with. This is Upper East Region, Tempani District, the Bugri Primary School. This is class 3. Upper East Region, Bugri Primary School in the Tempani District, class 3. Not a single chair. Look at the teacher's table. It's like a chop bar table. No motivation. Not a single chair. We're here bragging that, oh, education is better, outcome is better, blah, blah, blah. We're all the bragging. The former education minister, the man who wanted to be our vice president, he was our education minister then, right? Dr. Matthew Boku Prempe. And then we had another doctor, Dr. Osei. The two of them had worked at the ministry for 8 years. This problem was not solved. But before the previous government came to power, the vice president of that regime, who was then the vice presidential candidate, went around presenting desks and tables to students. That's to spite. I'm saying that if you care about the Republic of Ghana, you would dare not politicize education, health, security, energy, and agric. Unfortunately, we have done all of that. Because we politicized this, we injected fear into the teachers and the headmasters and the headmistresses, to the extent that even though they see that the children are suffering, they cannot talk about it, and they will also prevent their teachers from talking about it, and the security supervisors will go and do whatever useless inspections in these schools, and then they will come back and write a good report and send it to Accra. So we are all fooling ourselves, knowing that we are not doing what is right. Tell me which politician in a high place will have his children sitting on the floor this morning to learn. Tell me which politician. NDC, MPP, CPP, PPP, PPP, TPP, all the PPs. Tell me which one. And this is an inherited problem. It's not a problem created by this government. But you have somebody who has taflacha, water in their head, come to tell you that, oh, there's a new government and they have to fix it. But you told us you had fixed it. The Bugri Primary School, Tempani District. You told us you had fixed it. So how is it that suddenly all the chairs were used as firewood to boil kenke for the children to eat? And suddenly they have to now sit on the floor like prisoners who have been transported from Salaga through to wherever to come to Cape Coast or the Christianborg Castle to be transported outside. We have been so unfair to our children. And that is why I started my conversation with putting value on yourself, because you're waiting for the system to put value on you. You will never get that value. I'm telling you. Think about what I've said. Think about it carefully. Please call me 055-924-2717 and 055-691-0154. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Johnny Hughes.
Yes, Ima from Amomole. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, my boss,
Great.
This morning.
Talk to me.
Thank you very much. Mr. Johnny, please, may I know from you, yesterday's press conference, did it come on?
No, it didn't happen.
Thank you very much. Because, you see, I heard Patrick Boama and others were pleading for Dr. Amin Adams. Yesterday...
About were they not the same people supporting him that he spoke the truth?
Thank you very much, my dear brother. Thank you. So, I am really shocked with Mr. Johnny. really, really shocked. That's why I question about the man's level of integrity and level of education. Because a man someone has destroyed the economy so badly, Kenoforata, you a latter day saint minister. At least if it were to be Kenoforata to do this damage control, Mr. Johnny, I wouldn't have been so surprised. But you, Dr. Amin Adam, even if you were promised the whole world, any rational human being, Mr. Johnny, would never do what Amin Adam did. But you know, we want it that way. They should keep on. As I said yesterday, that he who the ghost wants to kill first made him mad. They should keep on exposing themselves this way, so that there will be a race, totally erased from our political space, because they have no relevance to we Ghanaians anymore. We don't need them, because this year's budget is just the prelims. The subsequent ones, from what we are seeing, if only JDM will go by this, and you know he can improve. MPP.
I hear you. Thank you very much. Good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
Odewale.
Thank you so much.
Talk to me.
A quick one.
Yes, sir.
Now done.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, the power outage is just too much. It's just too much. Sometimes more than 4 times a day.
Hey.
Yes, I'm telling you.
I see.
It's just too much. And the low currents, you cannot even bear. Within the same town, some have current, some other parts are also low. Now, brother, a quick one. This morning, you went back to Galamsey. There's another aspect to sun winning from our river body.
That's correct. And even the coastline. Even the coastline.
River Dam. When I was a bit young, in fact, you could even fetch and drink when you are going to farm. Today, it is more than Milo. And in fact, you have encroached to the extent that it's becoming narrower and narrower. I don't know whether you have ever witnessed River Dam before.
Right.
A quite big river, but it's normally like where there are rocks and trees. But this, in fact, it is more of another disaster equal to Galamsey. We are talking about furniture. Even in the city, do you know that when you send your child today to any of the public schools, you have to pay for furniture? While they are sitting 3 or 4. Sorry, they are sitting 3 or 4 in one row, but you have to pay for. So in fact, the earlier we look at our basic or the primary education, the better.
Thank you.
Taking funds at the second side.
I hear you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Grateful. Good morning. Eben. Magic Papa Blabo. Good morning.
Morning. One day in church. I
Yes.
get living in one hand. Papa go HL. The one in living when I was watching the schools, and you know, the moment I saw the pictures, what came into my mind that was look at how they are sitting on the floor, and teachers even find it difficult to even have people. Those in Accra, when it comes to exam, they still writing the same exam.
Yeah.
And what is really happening in this country? We'll be talking about what? Education. Meanwhile, the basic one. Can you bear a good building without a better foundation?
No,
my brother.
it's not possible.
So what is going on in this country? President John Mahama, we are begging you, because now you are in your last step and you want to set a better legacy. We are begging you, make your possible best. Because for me, I don't think what we are seeing at the rural areas, they don't have to do the same exam we don't in the urban cities. Hope I'm making sense, Johnny.
I hear you.
What the country require we find ourselves in?
Thank you. I'm grateful. Good morning. Oh, we lost him. Sorry, please call back 055-924-2717 and 055-691-0154. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hajia, assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu dear. How are you?
I am alive and well. Hajia, if you, while you are in the month of Ramadan, are you supposed to peddle falsehood?
Hey! Not only in the month of Ramadan. It is not only in the month of Ramadan. Every month, falsehood in Islam is a big haram. Big haram that can send you to hell. You see falsehood, gossip. Someone will tell you a secret, then you reveal. These things, these things, they even take your Islamic, whatever you do in Islam, it will be scrapped away if you do these things. So I was shocked to hear from, Muhammad
Adam.
That Adam. You see his names, the names, the 3 names are all prophets' names.
Hey.
Muhammad is a prophet.
That's right.
Yes.
Peace be unto his name.
Amin is Muhammad.
Mm-hmm.
He's the same Muhammad.
Mm-hmm.
Muhammad is Amin. And then Adam is a prophet.
Mm.
And you hold this response or this dignified names,
Mm-hmm.
and you can lie. How can you lie like this? But me, my hope in this government is that John Mama there, I know him, that he's a fine gentleman who doesn't lie on his teeth. My fear is some maybe
on 3
because maybe some of his appointees, but yet with the kind of people I see him nominate or appointed, I know inshallah all of those people are quality people. For instance, this land natural minerals something that we are talking about. The land minister, I told you, Dr. is the one who took us out of Doomsor by bringing car power and all the rest. So I know he can work at the land ministry.
I thank you.
But yet, the people he will also work with. So we are appealing to Ghanaians. If Ghana will become a safe place for us,
I'm grateful.
Me and you who will do that.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
Good morning.
Right.
Honorable, my only honorable.
Right. And I'm a barber, so can I better wiper.
Oh,
me barber.
oh, my honorable, Uncle, so I can go and the Uncle making out to
a friend is saying, Boshe ho.
City light side one.
There be a chikra branch by inside her baby a glyco for no one. Opano. I say we call presby sorry that no.
Okay. This me one the chion oh. No, that's any
hotel. Minim honina. So be fa oboba corner no now there be pure that's any. Say me aboso kind boy inti.
Well, so we are street boy. We are street man cry.
Minim father and sons, minim yellow house, minim young kufata, minim hodina yazoo, minim hodina.
Unim
pongo alasa ni eko we that they were ho.
Hey,
eko we alumi wo ho.
And that's all nim jet.
Minim baby omuton banku bad down.
Minim we are street man papa.
Minim fan nice. Minim honina.
If I saw a dog baby, you know, Pacho Shabby, Mr.
Wow.
Now, Miss Me, how did the
oh, Mati.
Facebook edited you some quan on the show.
Mati.
As a one day, yeah.
Mati, young Kawasem.
Yamin Shrub, Papa, and Lady Mapawe. Mestre, Francis on the money, Mamma said, Honorable Alaji Kondo, the best appointment, you know. Check your best friend say obeying appointing now dinner. I shall be Eddie Maya. Omangana obey no obeying Kase MPP for any kind of reactor. Omanji betas ewo my room. It is obi Kase Oman to receive betas and truck and see and ocha. Mestre SRC John Dramani Mama say, so one she na wa fa n'ani anko galamsey no a eya adikasi a ebetimi agu na ba animasi pa nti e besre no because the way you say yesu a that government ni ye a sisi ono aba no so di ni na si o no nkasa kura so obetimi atutu anamo akọ onu makọhwe de ekoso because enya ade a ebetimi abo o man no omu say ni o ma bebre e wo onu bedin time bi kurano one share be numu o my Ghana mu kurano e betimi ayede ti e be sere John Dramani Mama any minister na o show say omo nimbre na omo nya bibi enfa galamsey no.
Okay, medasi. Good morning.
Yeah, Johnny, yes.
Yes, sir. How are you?
Oh, like this, Johnny. Johnny, you know, the Lord creates the word or creates human being now. Human being start to hold there. Moses went to the mountain and collect laws to come and take rule human being. You see? And the law Moses brought stealing, killing, lying, everything. Against human being is inside. And Jesus came and he said, testing one inside. The one that's needed for the Lord. That is love. Jesus take this one and faithful it and share his blood on top for us to faithful the love. Johnny, how do you see the love in the world? And these people wake up, they say they know God, they are making fasting for God. With that time pass, I'm telling them, say, now the time is at the end, say, we are doing the law of the law, love. Are we doing it? If we are doing love, how can the youth be suffering? How can people be suffering, worrying? Some people are, I see some mad people, hey, what is going them to like this? When the government is not helping, people are not taking, seeing what crazy people, they just be eating, but are doing things dirty. They like, so Johnny, you know, the last, you know, the worshiping of God again.
Okay.
What is creating it difficult? Who are creating that, Johnny?
I thank you. I thank you very much.
Who are creating the difficult for us? We are not finding it. We are calling Satan. We say we are praising God still up to now.
Thank you, precious. Thank you. Thank you.
Johnny.
Thank you. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, my brother.
Peter T.
Yes, sir, boss.
How are you, sir?
I'm fine. How are you too, boss?
I'm greater than Accra. Talk to me.
I know we always appreciate you, and we are grateful all the time.
Glory belongs to God.
Johnny,
Yes,
this is a worry to most of the youths in NDC, especially Ghana as a whole. This Alaji Yaokondo's matter, it's a very serious matter that the president must really look into. We know the reservation has been made, the appointment is there, but there are other people who want to subdue the powers to put their people there. And we are warning them.
Oh, don't warn anybody, we beg you.
Okay.
One love.
Johnny.
Yes, sir.
I want this John Mahama government to ensure that Ghanaians stay focused on the policies that is implemented to avoid, any diversion that is being perpetrated by the minority in parliament. Yes, because the hypocrisy involving the MPP, diabolical plans, Johnny, I believe that even though it will not yield any result, but the government must be careful about it. They know that they have less power and they have less minority in parliament. They want to condemn the government initiative programs, especially in this budget. And now what they are doing is that they are using Ken Ofori-Atta, that's the former minister under the previous administration, to divert the attention of government programs because they claim some security personnel were discovered in his residence. Are you getting me? So we have to be very careful. They know that this budget has a very positive debate when it comes to the implementation. So they are doing everything possible. But my last point is about this Galamsey matter. Now they are parading the same NPP people just they are parading them to go and do this Galamsey, so that while the government is persisting to erode all these minuses and to ensure that the Galamsey is stopped, they are pushing their people,
just arrest them, arrest them and prosecute them.
A wrong signal altogether to Ghanaians. So we are begging. The government must be up and doing and make sure that this thing stops and has stopped entirely.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
Good morning.
Abu.
Yes, sir.
Oh, good morning to you, Abu.
I'm fine. How are you too?
I'm very, very fine. Abu, when we talk about traffic intersection, what does it mean? Traffic intersection.
Traffic intersection.
Yes, please.
Hey, Johnny.
Yes, sir.
As a traffic.
Yeah, traffic intersection.
Johnny, that one, I don't know.
Abu, try.
I'm a driver away. That's why I don't know.
Abu, you don't want to make an attempt. Even try. At least try something.
No, I don't want to make any attempt.
Oh.
I'm going to spoil the trend. I beg you.
Abu, listen very well. See.
I don't listen.
Traffic intersection.
Johnny.
Yes.
Every morning, you won't worry me.
No, Abu, you are my friend. Traffic.
I know.
No, so just listen. Traffic intersection.
So, I said, Johnny.
I listened to it. I don't know.
You've listened to it, but you don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
What about median? Median.
Median.
Yes, median.
Median. Like what median?
Oh, the median on the road, on the streets, median. Yeah.
Let him go my topic.
Abu.
Yeah.
Abu, into you.
Yeah.
Into you.
Johnny. Wow. I'm in London. Yes, I'm not sure. You're there. So when I say, and to know BDM, and yeah, on Bamba Fagan for actually. On Qualani soup. Or ya, mamma says, yeah, Nippon or G's canoe. Yeah, Baba. And yet, yes, Nippon Trasam. Some 20 penny was them. Trasam of Father. This I was a beautiful grow, moon, said your kind, why you had it. Was a lot of no mundia. That's no more. Maybe now on Qualani, woman like Cabet, woman with the two. No other cause and Roma Pacho.
Medasi Abu. Good morning.
Good morning, Johnny.
Onapo.
Yes, Johnny.
What's up?
Nothing much. Show some before.
Oh, that be never bene Onapo in a friendly fire. A guess on Jake Musum. Oh my God.
Anyway, just thank God. For the betting issue, I mean, we all know. I don't know why the man came out and I said that, because it's even a disgrace. Listen to Patrick Buama,
yes.
Even apologizing on his behalf and stuff. I mean, in the heat of it, let's say something. You know, all these things. I understand that, but my worry is Kenu Furiata.
What about him?
We learned he's not well, isn't it?
That's correct.
So is he suing these people, the two policemen that I heard him suing? Is he suing them on a sick bed?
Maybe he has instructed his lawyers to do that too. Hello?
Johnny?
Yes, sir.
What's an year Manchester? What's an year Manchester? I are equal to Obi Manchester. In the course of Shemon, sorry, Manchebile near so delaying. Boya for us and walking a Manchester and I both an we should see this man. I mean, those people, he made their marriages and even some families losing their family members and stuff. I miss you.
No, they haven't.
It's so nauseating when I heard it yesterday that he is you, and then things they did in 2017. Abronya was leading people seizing cars and stuff with no friend from the court. The thing they always go from the court was he even asking the guys that they didn't have that court warrant or
yes, court warrant, yeah.
When they were doing it to other people, did they have that? You see, sometimes they make us feel like we are fools. Like Dr. Amizo. It's clearly that these things you were doing it. I even think that they can't even account for that betting tax. They can't account. So you should come and then say that we didn't take it. I think the government should look into it. Where those money went to.
Okay, Onapo, thank you very much. Oh, you are done. Good morning.
Good morning, Lincoln.
And Akwete man, how are you doing?
I'm good this morning, and you, bro?
Yes, I'm fine. Talk to me.
Thank you. Good morning to Professor Kwesi. And Dr. Tony Obin has given an appointment, and I know Professor Kwesi will also get his. My brother, let me salute you this morning for good job done. Look, the bullet of a hunter doesn't know a sick animal in the jungle.
That's correct.
Yes. So nobody should be telling us that Oforiata is sick. It's sick, so what?
Oh, if the man is sick, where is sick?
What?
Is he not sick? He's sick.
Look.
That's the truth.
Look, this man, we know what happened. He was wearing a white shirt preaching to us when our money, the tax we pay, were being misused at every... Look, some of us, look, the little job I'm doing, if I bring you my pay slip and you look at the tax I pay mentally, you'll be shocked. So why do we pay tax? We pay tax for development and security of all of us. And I'm not saying this. Look, my own government that is in power, we don't want to hear any corruption. Look, if you think some of us will come on air to be speaking on behalf of you, when you dip your hand in government coffers, you are deceiving yourself. Because, look, the NDC is different, far different from the NDC. And that is what we want to see in this administration.
Okay.
Anybody, let me hang on this.
Okay.
If you are given appointment to work, make sure you help President Mahama to succeed. Okay. And I believe that those appointments given out, they will do the job because we believe in them. President Mahama is doing well for fulfilling his promises, and that is the headache for the MPP in the opposition.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you. Final caller. Good morning.
How good it is to be a final call.
Charlie, it is so therapeutic, I tell you.
Good morning, Mr. Hughes.
My brother, what's up?
Cool. I've been trying this line since.
Oh, I beg you. I beg you. Now, Charlie, today there is a lucky day. What's the name and location, my brother?
Johnny, my name is Junior. I'm calling from Accra.
Okay, nice to hear from you, my brother.
I want to make an appeal today too. I want to make an appeal if the Johnny's Bite crew can at least add a little more time to the phone time.
Okay. We'll talk to the sports people.
Because we should wait. The sports will come.
Okay, talk to me. Yeah.
Anytime I get opportunity, I want to thank God for your life and also thank God for you devoting your life to do this for Mother Ghana. This is what we call impactful journalism. Let me go to my point. The teachers who are afraid that maybe when you video the headmistress is going to be furious and all those things, is the fear that these superiors are put in as the subordinate.
That's correct. If
the big man don't see what is going on, how would they come and intervene? A whole classroom and there is no chair. In this 21st century, children are being denied chair and desks to even sit on. And someone is coming for this thing to go viral so that these chairs and desks, and you feel that what the hell? Are we talking about the betterment of this country? That is the same issue that you go to a lot of offices, and when the big men are coming from Accra, they try to camouflage and conceal everything.
That's right.
Like there is no problem. No, we shouldn't do this to ourselves. If you really want this country to progress, being patriotism doesn't mean you go to an orphanage home and go and give them money. These are some of the things. As a headmistress, avail yourself. Let them come. Let them come and make the children. If they come and the video go viral and the children are provided with desks, are you not going to be happy?
We shall all be happy. Thank you, Junior. I'm grateful. And let me tell you about Global Wings because they have something special coming up for you.
You say, yeah.
Global Wings Travel and Tours presents exciting this incredible package that includes air tickets, visa facilitation, hotel accommodation, the meals, travel insurance, guided tours, airport transfers, and all taxes paid. If you visit Dubai, it will be on the 7th of May to the 13th.
Are you ready?
You want to visit Langkawi and Kuala Lumpur, it will be from April 15 to 22, sorry. You want to visit Cape Town and Johannesburg in South Africa, April 15 to 22nd. If you want to visit Zanzibar and Nairobi, choose a date from now to April. If you want to visit Nairobi, Dubai and Abu Dhabi, choose a date from now to June. If you want to visit Cape Town and Victoria Falls, choose a date from now to June. If you want to visit Mauritius and Johannesburg, choose a date from now to August. And And if you want to visit Singapore and Malaysia, choose a date from now. In fact, through to August to October. Your dream vacation is waiting for you. All I need for you to do is to call or WhatsApp 0553688398. That's 0553688398 or 0550-188181 to book with Global Wings Travel and Tours. Global Wings Travel and Tours, truly global, proudly Ghanaian. And there's a rare performance there by Samni, and Rocky Dawoodi. Something special to bless your morning. Muntala, how you doing?
Mr. Hughes, I'm good.
Do you like reggae?
Yeah, for someone that grew up in the barracks, my dad was a police officer, okay. So you know where
you like
the inspiration is coming from. I mean, everything has to do with
reggae. Go on, man.
Yeah,
so what's on the plate this morning for us? Okay. What's on the plate?
Well, we are hearing that we are having a new National Sports Authority boss.
Yeah,
my very own boss. He was the man that gave me my first.
Okay, first opportunity.
He had me on Radio GIG when I was doing my undergrad.
Right.
He picked me up, and since then I've been working with him up and down. He gave me my first opportunity at Max TV, and today he's risen to the top.
That's right.
As NSA boss, we are just hoping he would succeed because it's a very slippery ground as well.
I hope he doesn't go and wear Manchester United or Barcelona, jersey to go and tell us about the Premier League
not
and the Kumasi Stadium, sure, like his predecessor did.
I'm sure he would have taken a lot of cue from Professor Chumesi and the kind of troubles.
That was a bomb.
The kind of troubles he went through. So we
couldn't find Asante Kotoko. You were in Ashanti region.
Just wear black
stars. You couldn't find
just wear black stars. He saves you. He saves you.
Charlie, you go wear some English Premier League just and come and show him.
I think we don't pay attention to some of these things, but I mean, there are people who pay critical attention to these little details.
You should pay attention to those details. You are the boss of the sports authority. These things rest on you, and you are marketing the local league to us, and you are in the foreign teams jersey. Yes. Chairman, worry. I wish, 'cause in sweet love.